Well, hello everybody. Hi, my name is Ben Olson. I used to be sitting right where you are today. Right here. I'm right here at Minnesota Deaf Education. Hey, I went on hiatus 10 years ago. My brother and we started and formed a company, an interpreting company. A lot of good that did, right? He took off with the money, he took off with the company, he took off with my dog. I mean, he squandered everything, that guy. What am I going to do? Well, what I did is I decided to grow my hair out as long as I could, moved to New York City, and I've been in New York City for 10 years. I've been learning one thing, and it's this thing right here. It's film. Making movies. I'm a filmmaker, everybody. You know what? It's me, my camera, and my coffee. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show Deaf Ed in Minnesota. All right? It's in here, and it's right here in my heart. And so what I decided to do, I've been looking on how I can make this film, this documentary. And I saw two wonderful ladies, Mary Hartnett and Mary Cashman-Bakken. Both Mary and Mary. What did they do? They set up a grant funding for documentaries. Me and three other people, it was a hot race. We filled out our applications, we filled out all the paperwork, all the information, and I submitted it. The one-page form, I submitted it, and I won. Get it, I won. I won the $112. I got a big, huge paycheck, this big, for $112. And I used the money in the funding, and I did use the money for this project, and I call it Turf Wars. Deaf education in Minnesota. Pay attention. Pay attention. Listen up. Share this documentary. Come along on the journey that I'm taking. Come with me. Come on. Learn. I love you. I love you. And I love you. Come on.
Oh, it's Ben. Thank you so much for inviting me over. I haven't seen you in so long. I remember you worked with me. Oh, the fun we had in science class. We used to have those lizard fights, remember? I really had a good time with that. Anywho, first of all, my name is Eric Tate, and I am fourth generation deaf. I'm here in Tate Hall, in the science division. It's so exciting. I love being here. I really enjoy my job. The kids call me Daddy. It's fun. Good times. All right. Anyways, let's go to your questions. The positives and negatives. Well, let's do a positive. That's one so easy. So easy. It's the culture here at the school. Kids are here since 4 years old, and my wife and I met in the third grade at this school. We started dating, we were sweethearts, then we got engaged, we got married, we had a child. He's a hearing boy. Oh well, that's okay. My boy goes to Faribault High School. He comes and sees me every day. We have a good time, but he's starting to be rebellious, and that's, I guess, a Coda thing. All right, well, anyways. As I can tell you more positives. We have sports. MDS does not have sports like us. The mainstream programs definitely have nothing like us. Oral schools don't have sports. Cued schools don't have sports. I look at them all, and we're the only ones who have these great depth of sports. It's lousy, and we're great. Oh, my wife Tammy and we volunteer at the dormitories for the kids. They're crying, "Mommy, Daddy, I miss my mommy and daddy." I say, "You know what? I'm your new daddy now." Oh, the kids look at me and they, with weird expression, as they grow up, they call me the deaf daddy. I am their deaf daddy. I got my one biological child, but I've got 110 kids here at MSAD from K to 12. They're all mine. I treat them like my own. I help take care of them. I volunteer in the dormitories. I cook hot dogs for the children. I dress up like Santa Claus for the children. I just have such a great time with that. The culture here, whew. Well, negative? Not many, to be frank. I guess there's one. Would be enrollment. It's kind of dwindling. Is it my fault? Absolutely not. I'm in the science and earth department. Don't blame me, blame them. But, I can't blame them. I'm AFSCME. I'm safe in my group. They're not. I don't know. Anyways, I think cochlear implants, pardon me, let's sign it like this. Cochlear implants have spoiled deaf education. Mainstream programs have spoiled it, taking it away. MDS is taken away. We're just here. But you know what's nice about that? We have state funding. It just keeps coming and coming. I'm like, yay! Money's coming. We're safe. Safe jobs, safe kids. Ask me, I'm safe forever. I'm safe forever and ever and ever and ever. Thanks, Ben, for the interview. Those are my positive negatives for you.
Oh, hi. My name is Carol Jenkins. Carol Jenkins. It's wonderful to be here, Ben. I love that you're making a documentary. Well, let me explain about myself. I work in St. Paul. I work at Four Seasons School, the music school, teaching deaf kids. What? Sorry. I used to work at Como Park Elementary School. It was a wonderful place. Now they've put us over Four Seasons. It's okay. Oh. I've had such a wonderful experience working with deaf and hard of hearing kids in a self-contained classroom. It's been wonderful. You want to know some positives and some negatives? Okay. Some positives are that I have the freedom and the opportunity to work with a range of kids between 4 and 7 kids every day. It's a lot of work for those. I have to do all of the paperwork and all of the teaching and all of the construction paper and everything, but I do it okay. I drink a lot of coffee. Yeah. A negative, Ben, you're asking me? I would say a negative is the view I get from the other staff members at this school. They walk past my room with their kids who can all hear, and they all don't have IEPs. And they walk past, and the teacher looks, and I can see in his eyes that he's a little bit jealous. He thinks I only have 4 kids, and he thinks that it's easy. Well, you try it. He always asks, can you be on more committees? Join the carnival committee. Can you teach, or can you be a coach for the basketball team? Well, I'm up to my armpits and all kinds of paperwork. I can't do it all. So that's the negative. I wish we had more support, like over at MSAD, or at Northern Voices, or Metro Deaf School, or those itinerant teachers, all of them. They all get all this support. I get nothing. Tonight I'm going to yoga, and I'm going to have some calming tea. Thank you, and it's all about those kids. My name is Carol Jenkins. Thanks, Ben.
Ben, thank you so much for coming. We appreciate it. Introduce myself? Sure. I'm Norm Wentz. I'm based in the Brainerd, Minnesota. I'm representing Outstate Minnesota's Itinerant teacher role.
Yep.
My colleague is a little late.
Yeah. Hey, Norm.
Hey.
Norm. I gotta go. Hey.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Yeah, I've never met you. Hey.
Your name?
Yeah. My name is...
Can you look at the camera?
I'm sorry.
We're doing an interview.
Hey, Ben. Yeah, that's right. I've got like 5 minutes. I have 3 IEPs today alone. But anyways, yeah.
No, I invented the IEP in Minnesota.
Oh, you did? Yeah. It's wonderful.
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah.
So this is real important. Let me just... Ben, can you hold for a minute? Travis?
I just gotta,
Hey, can you please hold on? Let's call it giving our full attention. When you're partially giving attention, no one wins. You fail. When everything's on fire, nothing's on fire. Ben is here. He's come and spent his time. I've come down from Brainerd. You've come in. Let's focus for 15 minutes and shoot this. Can you please do me a favor and close your laptop?
I can't. I just can't.
Close the laptop. We're paying attention to Ben. Now, your cell phone. You want me to throw it to
No.
you?
I'll put it away.
Thank you.
No, I just put it away.
Thank you. I'm sorry to be so crass.
Okay.
Okay, let's start with positives. Again, I'm the itinerant teacher representing outstate Minnesota, based in Brainerd. Let me show you a map.
It's nice he has that map.
Mm-hmm. You do the blue dot.
Yeah, that's right.
That's cute.
Yeah, I service Woodbury and surrounding areas.
Mm-hmm.
I have 32 kids on my caseload. I have about 12. I lose count. Okay.
Let me finish.
I mean, look at. I'm so.
Let me finish my part. We'll go to you next.
Okay.
It's called turn taking. Do you understand the concept? Yeah. I'm sorry. I represent these 30 counties. I have 50 direct, 35 indirect in my caseload.
That's like 85 students.
I probably put on about 250 miles every day.
What? Do you have a airplane? How do you get to each place?
It's called planning. Planning. I can show you my planning strategies. You would
Do
benefit
you
greatly.
do you use an app or how do you plan? What do you?
App. I have a phone in my home and a phone in my office. I don't have a cell phone.
You
It's
don't have a
intrusive. No.
What?
It's rude. Every time you get interrupted, a child is hurt. You are hurting deaf education by enough. We focus on one child, full attention. Next, full attention. Cueing. I helped invent the concept of cueing for a child who had a severe hearing loss, wasn't benefiting from an ASL. I'm like, let's invent this new thing. It was awesome.
Didn't you? I mean, your reputation is outstanding. Didn't you work at MSAD for a while too?
I did. I did that as a learning experience for myself so I could better benefit the Brainerd area.
I've been in this field for 2 years and I'm drowned, man.
But-
I'm drowned. My car is really a moving office. I have a microwave oven. I have a Keurig in my car. I have paperwork. I open up the trunk. I have all these IEPs and ESRs that go out. I don't want to be non-compliant. So I'm like gathering this paperwork. I just can't stand it. I can't do it. I can't do everything. I can't service everything. And you can do it all. You're like Superman.
No.
Super deaf ed, man.
Let me give you one tip, okay? I could talk to you for hours. No, quickly on the negative.
Sorry, Ben. We're going off.
I'm driving a lot. And that's probably one of the downsides. Not a negative. I think life is all positives. But if I could fix something, I could, the Wizard of Oz, just dip and be there. I wish I could. But do you mind if we digress? I can show a tip. You ready? Mm-hmm. I'm going to change your life with gum. Take the gum and chew it. Let's pretend that you're my student. And you're hard of hearing. You wear phonak hearing aids. Okay? With an FM boot. And
I'm familiar. Yeah.
unfortunately, your dog has chewed the mold. And the next day the child shows up and says, "Eeeeee!"
Yeah, it happens.
Can you slap a little bit?
Yeah.
This is called, I call this my MacGyver tip. What you're going to do, look forward.
Mm-hmm. What are
Use
you
the
doing?
gum and shove it. I made a temporary ear mold. Until the owl yells can arrive, this will work. Pretty amazing, huh? Hello, Ben. This is terrific. First of all, thank you for accommodating my mouth cam. Mouth cam is an excellent tool we use here at Northern Voices Oral Education to make sure that all students can understand the language that I'm speaking, which is obviously English, although oral education applies to all languages across the globe. My name is Steve Johnson. I've been in this profession for, well, longer than your mother's been around. Oh, they call me grandfather of oral education. Our Spanish children call me Poppy. Oh, they're good kids. The kids we have are just greatly benefiting. Oh, I'm sorry, Ben. I digress. To your questions. What's a positive about deaf education here at the oral program? One's hard to just mention, but I'll stick with the first and foremost one.
building upon the foundational and residual hearing of our deaf and hard of hearing students here at our school, they benefit greatly from using FM systems, cochlear implants. Those that aren't as severe use hearing aids, hearing aids. In with that hearing aid program, we reinforce the oral auditory program. Oral auditory is a foundational program for speaking. My beard has just gone crazy. Okay, the negative. You really cut a vein here, Ben. I don't know how to get into this, but I would say the challenge we face here, a drawback, a downside. I just wish the kids could live here. I'm somewhat envious of the residential program in Faribault, although I don't fully agree with their methodology of instruction. The concept of having 24/7 access to oral education is phenomenal. We would be a world leader in oral education if the children could just live here. I've presented it once, but without much success. Again, Ben, thank you so much for your time, and thank you for letting me participate in your documentary. Have a fantastic day.
Coffee? It's a must. I have mochas. Hey, Ben Olson, thank you so much for inviting me to join into this documentary you're working on. Say, my name is Zach Winter. Zach Winter. That's me, man. Zach Winter. I'm good. Hey, just recently I graduated from Gallaudet University in D.C. What's up? Just been scouring the globe ever since that, went to school. It took me about 6 years to finish over there, but I took my time and went over and visited over in Europe, met all kinds of different people over there. Took my time and really enjoyed myself. Yeah. So right now I'm currently teaching at Metro Deaf School in St. Paul there. Here we go, the cheetahs, of course. There's no doubt about it, man. Always. But I teach 4th grade, those little kiddos. They're just intelligent kids, all of them. They can do English. They know English and sign language. They're bilingual, bicultural. They're just amazing. They don't speak. I'm just kidding. They don't talk. They're deaf. I teach all the students how to read, to write in English. They're just amazing at it. They can do it just the best. They can go bilingual, bicultural. It's awesome. Anyways, I'm getting off the point here for sure. So let's see, a positive and a negative, you say, about my career, my profession here. Bye here. Let's see. One big negative that I can see here is that there are just a ton of people who look at us and they're jealous. I'd say they're just jealous. They just think, you're bilingual, bicultural. English and ASL, you can do both so good. They're just jealous. That's what I see as a negative. They're just jealous. That's what it is. I just identify the negativity. There's a positive. There's one positive that I've got that's, just one. I could list 100. I could do 200. I could list a whole bunch. Really, there's a ton of them. So many, really. One, let me see, just the one, the chief, the one in the lead, I would say, is Outlaw. You know what I mean? But I say Outlaw. Outlaw! Woo! She's the best. She's amazing. She's unbelievable. Really, when I met her, I was, signing to her and communicating to her, and I thought she was deaf. She's hearing, and I was blown away. Just jaw-dropping. I couldn't believe it. Could not believe it. It was amazing. Unbelievable. But anyways, a lot of other positives. The school is a charter school. Everyone is in this together. We're all in the same gang. We're all a family. I've signed it wrong. Sorry. Family. Before, the charter school, it used to be by that restaurant. Do you remember that restaurant? Now we have our own school, our own building. We're all together. I just feel like it's so unified. It's unbelievable. I love it. All right. Whoa. Do you see? $112, the grant funding awarded my way from Mary and Mary's grant. The $112 I thought was a stockpile of money. It only went so far. One question posed to all of the wonderful educators in this great state. One question. Wasn't nearly enough. I need $10,000 more. I need $20,000 more. I need to ask 6 questions. I need to dive into their brains. I need to put on the mental probes and get into their heads for each one to examine them on the computer to see where deaf ed is in Minnesota. The questions are never ending. You know why? We're fighting for one thing, and that's the deaf child. You got it? The love is there. I love you, I love you, and I love you.